and you can hear my voice now. Welcome to the first ever night fight! We've got Matt versus Rob. Everybody, we're getting this all set up and ready to rock and roll. So we're just waiting for people to fill in to the stands so that, the arena is now open. And we're going to go over a couple of things. They've just started sort of deploying a little bit. And we'll get the game started soon. But welcome. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, make sure you leave a comment. If you missed the live show, we will be doing this again with 2 more guests throwing down. We're going to go Gonzo in Toronto. Hello to everybody who's tuning in. Really excited.
Are you doing the winner moves on type thing?
Or when the league gets bigger, big enough, we'll have a variety of different things. If you are catching us on YouTube, the army lists are in the Twitch stream. So you can go over to Twitch right now and see the army list down in the bottom. But tonight, 1 day only, we have Grey Knights versus Crimson Fists. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin this live stream. Hello and welcome to Night Fight, which is a sort of endearing back to 4th edition, 5th edition, 6th edition, 7th edition special rule.
Night Fight. Oh,
right?
The Night Fight rule.
I've always been like, why is it night? Why are you calling it Fight Night?
Night Fight, because it's, see what I'm doing there? There you go. So I'm Skari, your grateful host, and we've got Matt and Rob, the co-host for today, the Throwdown special. It's going to be great. We have a night of entertainment for you, so sit tight, enjoy the game. So, on the top camera, we have Rob with his Crimson Fists. Rob is taking this as ITC mission number 2, so it's cut to the heart. It's 2,000 points.
I didn't choose it.
He didn't choose it. We've got the Whippy Sticks serving as fantastic deployment zone things, which is really cool. And just so you can hear me, I'm going to mute the players right now. But Rob is running Kingslayer as a secondary. He has marked for death the 3 Land Raiders in Matt's army and the Purifier squad. And he's also taken Gangbusters on the Paladins, because Matt's army has 3 Land Raiders, 10 Paladins, 10 Purifiers, and a bunch of Grey Knight characters, echoing the list that we saw take an Australian GT by Eric. Yes, Eric from Australia. And then Matt Secondaries has taken Mark for Death on the 3 Intercessor units, the 1 Inceptor unit, which is a Plasma Inceptor unit. He's taken Headhunter because Rob has like 6 or 7 characters, and he has taken Old School as well. So there will be no punching, kicking, biting, eye gouging, crotch shots. It'll be a clean, fun game. So let's take it to the players, where we'll start with Rob, who's deploying right now, and he will talk about his list and what he is bringing today while he's deploying. But this is a... they can see you from that camera too. He's deploying right now. That means he gets to go first, which is pretty cool. So, Rob, take it away.
All right, at the front line, we have 3 units of Intercessors, all 10-man. Sergeants have Power Fists, and there's 2 Auxiliary Grenade Launchers in each unit. I have an Ancient, 2 Honor Guard, Pedro Cantor, and a Biker Apothecary, a Chaplain Venerable Dreadnought, a Lieutenant, And then I have 10 Hellblasters. 10 Hellblasters. And then in reserves, I have 5 Plasma Inceptors, 1 Smash Captain, and 1 Smash Lieutenant.
I like it.
Well, one Smash Captain and 1 Smash Lieutenant, which is a cheaper version of the Smash Captain. We're going to go to the comments and see who has joined us. Hello, Omen Mallet Gaming. Omen Mallet. There you go. Steve Turner. Hello, Steve Turner. Good commenter on the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Tyler Hart. Hello. Welcome on YouTube. And Nako and Evil Chicken Bits joining us on Twitch. Thanks all for tuning in, folks. Now, without further ado, we... never enough Smash, says Omen. I totally agree. Says, hello, Kyle. Welcome to the live stream, Kyle.
Yeah, hey guys, welcome to the first ever fight night.
First ever fight night. And now we're going to go back to the field where Matt is deploying his 4 drops. And he will tell us what is in his army. Matt, take it away.
So I'm running Spearhead and a Vanguard detachment. Spearhead has Brother Captain. He is my Warlord with the Relic Fury of Deimos, which is a Strength 5 -1 1 damage Stormbolter. And then 3 God Pattern Land Raiders. And then my Vanguard detachment has Drago himself, an Apothecary, a 10-man squad of Purifiers, and 10 Paladins with 3 Silencers. Pretty, yeah. So I am going to combat squad my Purifiers. Yep.
Okay, folks, that's Matt telling us what is going on. Kyle asks, which of the 2 Marines are secretly heretics? I believe it's the Grey Knights.
Cannot be.
It's a joke. Actually, it's a trick question. It's both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
So Brother Captain has Gate and Sanctuary. The Apothecary has Astral Aim. Drago has Gate and Hammerhand. The Paladins have Gate of Infinity, and the Purifiers have Vortex of Doom.
I like it.
Not that I'm ever going to cast it, because their snipe is better.
I actually used Grey Knights in the second ever Dork Wars, and I took the championship with them.
Should I just set them up right here?
Yeah, that'd be great.
You'd be okay with that?
I'd be totally fine with that.
Jokes aside, this is a very serious game, playing very serious competition, where there will be blood spilt all over the battlefield. So make sure you tell your friends, because this is going to be 3 or 4 hours of fun, or maybe less. We shall see, since one army is like 4 units. We have Enoch Root 86 and Nyrule TV asks, what is your Grey Knight Warlord trait, Matt?
Lore Master. So I gave my Brother Captain a second psychic power, even though he can only cast 1. Yeah.
Thank you for the cheer, Evil Chicken Bits.
An extra reroll for that?
He just said, fight, night, death, match.
For both of us.
Hey, Irvin, how's it going? From the Basement Collective, we have Irvin saying hello. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the first ever fight night. Or night fight, sorry.
Night fight?
You guys, the community has decided that we have a grudge, Matt and I, for some reason. And that we needed to duke it out on stream.
It's the range on the plasma.
So that is how it works. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the chat, and I will get to them as we go. They are going to be playing, I'll be commenting. If you have any specific questions, I can kind of get to them. The army lists, if you're still wondering, are on the Twitch stream down in the panels below. You can see Matt's list, you can see Rob's list. So if you have any questions, you can go over to there as well. But this being the first ever night fight, make sure that you let us know what you think. You know, thanks a lot for that. Okay, so with that, I believe that they are ready to rock and roll. So I'm going to head it over to the players as they decide who goes first / the C's. The initiative roll begins.
So, I am deciding to take the first turn.
You have to. You deployed first. You
yeah,
have
I know.
To.
I'm just trying to.
Before I roll,
confidence is coming. Okay.
Before I roll,
yes,
okay. Good
game.
Good game. Good
okay, good game handshake. Good sportsmanship there. Good sportsmanship. There will be a try. He will try and seize. He will try and seize, folks. The he's deciding what dice.
No.
Nope. So over to you on turn 1.
All right.
Okay, so that was a failure on the. I should get a little bell. Ding, ding, ding. Like, I should get a bell.
Yeah.
I should totally get a bell.
Round 1.
Yeah. I think that would be fun. Okay, so here we've got, looking at Rob's Crimson Fists. You know, the thing about this mission is there's only 3 objectives. So hold more is going to be very important. That middle objective is going to come into play a lot, especially in the ITC. That middle objective will be sort of like the be-all, end-all. So we have one objective behind near this Land Raider right here. So this Land Raider in the corner, in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, that is where Matt's objective is, and then Rob has his objective somewhere in the back as well. Oh, right, okay, so he's essentially helping himself control the objectives, which is good. So very close to the center. Crimson Fists are known to get stuck in pretty quickly because they have lots of attacks with Pedro Cantor nearby, and he's running veteran intercessors. No veteran intercessors, but he is running the Crimson Fist detachment from Vigilus, as well as he has the access to the new stratagems from the White Dwarf. So if you don't know what they do, they're pretty snazzy as well. And yeah, they're just checking some stuff there. But the big cathedral is not a piece of terrain you've seen on the channel in a while. Evil Chicken Bits doing the cheer, ding 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 ding. Thanks a lot, man. This is really fun. So I'm gonna send the mic over to the players so you can hear them and see what they're doing.
This is where we go silent and don't say anything. We don't say boo and be like, yeah, okay.
These players aren't very interactive.
Yeah, what's going on here? It's not like this is a super competitive game.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of pride on the line here. Battle of the co-hosts?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be the first game that you guys have, like the first night fight. Like you guys have to. It's a throwdown. Like we should have like a belt and everything. I think it'll be fun.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Take the belt.
Yeah. As you can see here, Rob's pre-measuring a whole bunch of stuff. You know, he has a Chaplain Dreadnought with some last cannon action. But if you don't pre-measure your stuff when you're playing, you are missing out. So pre-measure everything before you move, before you don't. You know, maybe you played back in the day where you had to guess ranges, but that's not something you have to do very often at all. So enjoy it right now. And you know, Rob just seems to be moving his stuff up the field. There's this big line of sight. There's some good line of sight blocking on this board. So you have the big like T thing right in the middle, and you have Inceptors in reserve, right, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah. So his Plasma Inceptors are in reserve. They can come in and basically put a walloping on to a variety of different things, and he doesn't really have to bring them on the board. So it's really going to be a battle for the middle, and it's going to get dirty quick, if that would be my prediction. Like, I feel like they're going to beat each other up really quickly. Okay, Soupy7, really like your content. Keep it up. No problem. Thanks a lot for the heads up. SkaredCast, pre-measuring is heresy. Is this Matt Robertson? No. This is Alfarius, Matt. This is Matt Alfarius. Thanks for the follow, Soupy. Skari, what's P? And yes, on the bell. Plus, you should do a Corvus Belli learning Ariesta, their board game with a bell and belt. Nice. I like Corvus Belli stuff. I played some of that Corvus Belli stuff. Joys of pre-measuring Basilisk firing ranges and then rolling for scatter to put down pie plates of doom. I don't miss pie plates at all. Nope. Okay, players, back to you.
Okay.
He's advancing some guys. It's all about positioning on the first couple of turns. Now, this mission, I personally like going second a lot more. Simply because you get to kind of control who gets the hold more a lot of the time by going on to that objective in the middle. Shadizo! Fight night time. Yes, that's right. So, you've got one here. Rob seems to be putting one unit of intercessors in the crater in the top middle of your screen, kind of moving around in like a flanking maneuver. But he's using his numbers to his advantage and kind of taking out most of the board, and he's probably going to use cover to his advantage as well. No problem, Omen. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. You are awesome as well. Back to the players.
Who are like crickets.
Chirp, 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 chirp. This is some intense stuff going on, right?
Very intense.
So, Matt, why don't you tell us what you're thinking?
I'm thinking I should have eaten dinner. No, I'm kidding. I'm just looking at kind of Rob's movement here and how he's doing like a denial zone, and whether I'm going to be gating on turn 1.
That's what I was just trying to...
Or if I'm just going to put my boots in the ground.
It's not a bad idea either.
I'm leaning towards not gating turn 1, just because he has Plasma Inceptors. I don't want to divide my forces just yet. Those Plasma Inceptors can do a lot of work.
Yeah, and you'd also just give me something to shoot at.
Exactly, yep.
Alright, shooting.
La shooting.
I have 36 over
Now
here.
your rule says that's 48 wounds worth of land rate.
It is.
How close are you touching that thing?
I'm an inch and a half away.
Okay. That wasn't in range there, right? This gentleman here?
You need to be here for range. You can see them.
That's pretty close, but I'm not going to call it out. And yeah, your tread on that side's pretty outward.
Steve says we should order pizza for Matt. There is pizza in the building.
There is, and I'm not a fan of pizza.
Yeah, Matt is not a fan of pizza.
Yeah,
Therefore,
I know it's weird.
he will go hungry before he has to eat pizza.
Just the twin last cannon.
Sure. Into this guy?
Yep,
You got
that's
it.
all I can see.
Yep.
So, we're doing some shooting. I believe Rob is trying to do some damage to the one land raider he can see, and it's not going to do much, simply because that's it. Okay, well, that is the end of. Now we're on battle round 1, going into Matt's turn.
So you're gonna hold one?
Because it is now the bottom of the turn, but Rob did get 1 point for hold 1 so far.
I'm just going to keep my
1 for hold 1 is what he got at the moment, and Matt decided he wants to destroy the whole table.
my silencers are going to remain stable. But all the storm bolters are going to move.
Those paladins.
They are paladins.
So Matt has a giant unit of paladins in that ruin right in front of his land raiders. And he has, is it 3 silences? 2 silences?
3 silencers.
3 silences in that unit, so just lots and lots of shooting.
Trigger's going to get out.
So only 3 silences because I believe he's tight on points. And it was more important to max out the paladins and max out the purifiers than to take the 4 silences.
They're 15 is 21.
21 threat range. Yeah. Move it back a little bit. There you go. I don't know if anybody would like advance and shoot him.
That's fortuitous.
I also agree, Nyrule. I think the hunter killers are definitely important because they have they basically get the chance to really like alpha strike at long range.
Yeah. Okay. Second phase. So Apothecary is going to astral aim the paladins. It will succeed.
Yes, it goes off.
Drago is going to
Date himself right there.
no. He's going to hammerhand the apothecaries or the paladins.
Yes.
It will fail, but I don't perils. Moving to my shooting phase. So the paladins are going to shoot into the squad here.
Yes.
I'll start with my silencers.
So what's happened here is, as you can see, Matt has
You can see through that. No, you can't.
That's right. It's an enclosed road.
Yeah.
So Matt, as you can see, has moved all his land raiders down to the bottom of the corner there, and is now sort of focusing a large amount of his army on a smaller portion of Rob's army, who's spread out across the whole field. So, you know, Matt's not really playing for like, you know, getting stuff right away, but he's playing for later in the game as well. Item Finder Deluxe.
2, 4, 6, 8
The lists are viewable via desktop, but not on mobile Twitch. Could future battles have listed on a separate link with a command to bring up that link on a Twitch chat? Yeah, I can definitely figure out how to do that. I can actually, if you go to the Patreon page, I'll put the link up right now. The lists are up.
So first one will do 3 wounds. Second one does 2 wounds. Third one
right on
does
the.
3 wounds. Fourth one does 2 wounds.
They're right on there, so you can just check it out. If you go to Patreon page, both Matt and Rob's lists are like the first things that are put up there as well.
When do you roll for the ancient? Is that the end of the?
And
No, as soon as your unit's
so he
done
did
shooting.
some. So he's shooting at the intercessors right now. I think he's killed 4 intercessors so far
On 3s, re-rolling.
of the unit that's closest to the middle of the board.
Thank you, my lord.
See, he says that too now.
And force. Ooh, that was a juicy roll. I'll take that any day of the week. 3, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13 wounds. That's Storm Bolters.
Stormbolt is doing some work on the Primaris intercessors.
You fail 4 of these and drop 2 more, I'd be really okay with that. Or you could just
Or I
take
could
them
just
all.
take 1 wound.
Just tank them all then, that's fine.
That's what I call shenanigans.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Primaris Marine
so that's
are
the-
doing its job.
Paladins.
Them shooting if you
Yeah,
wanna.
so 4. I'll just roll each for one of them. None of them have grenade launchers, so 2 of them will shoot back.
Mhm.
We're gonna shoot that land raider.
This one here, you
Yeah.
got it.
Hello, Sleepy 6176. How's it going? Mexi the Fry. Look up an application called
6.
Epic Pen.
2,
Okay,
negative 2.
we'll do. I should
Wonderful.
write that down.
One
actually.
damage.
Epic
What's that?
Pen.
1 damage?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that I want to get. Epic Pen.
So this Land Raider is going to fire his heavy bolter into here and all 4 las cannons and with how
I'll
many
make
wounds
sure
does
we
he
do
have?
that
Nine.
as well.
Does
Oh,
he really?
sorry.
Yes.
Echoing.
That's why he's so good.
Okay, so we'll fire everything
Yes.
into this squad.
I think.
So 4 las cannons, they all hit.
Mhm.
And 2s. That's 4 at -3.
Good old Power Machine Spirit.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome sauce.
I'll save 2 of them.
Okay, so the first one will kill
Just
this
dies,
dude,
yep.
and the second one does 5 wounds, and then heavy bolter.
So it allowed me to draw over the screen. That sounds pretty cool. Like that I could actually, you know, draw some stuff and write some things on the screen. That'd be pretty neat. Also, welcome to Aikimoto Akodo for your follow. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
And storm bolter's at the range.
Okay.
Yep.
Rolling 2 for the banner. No one.
This last cannon,
Yep.
or this Land Raider. Last cannons. We got 2 hits.
Yep.
And 2 wounds at -3.
I'll save one. He'll eat the rest.
And I have bolters. 4 hits. 3 wounds minus 1.
I find that Grey Knights are one of the more underrepresented factions. They have like really good lore, and they're very well sort of like received in the story of the whole game. But they just seem to struggle a little bit with just in general with the like right now in the game itself. And what Matt's doing right now is focusing fire as much as he can on a single unit of
Is there only one guy left in the squad? Yeah.
So he's
For
now he just focused fire on 10 intercessors, and he shot 10 paladins, 3 full land raiders at 10 intercessors. He's killed 10 intercessors. He is one of his secondaries is old school, and he needs to kill more, and that's pretty much what he's looking for right now. So it seems like he's going to achieve that, which will be a big deal as we move into turn 2 of the game. That'll give him a good lead moving into the second part of the game. And now we go into scoring as well.
That's everything for me.
Matt, do you wanna say the scoring out loud so people can hear it?
So Rob, you're gonna hold 1. I'm going to kill 1, hold 1,
And kill more.
kill more, get him marked for death, and my old school. So we're 5-1 after turn 1. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Has anybody used any command points?
Negative.
Okay, so no command points used. But right now, definitely have.
Reroll any of my great damage
Does
rolls,
make sense.
So
So
according to
Matt does have a
ITC FAQ, is this a clear opening?
yes,
So if I land here, I can see in there.
yes,
Okay.
because you
what
can't,
we
you
judge.
can't make walls where walls don't exist. So if there's a big hole, Evil Chicken Bit says first strike Matt, and he cheered 5 cheers.
Awesome. That's over.
First strike for Matt. He's super excited. He got the first kill. Well, that was a lot of shooting to kill 10 intercessors though, but it was worth it.
Squad of paladins?
Yeah,
it's
it was
definitely
worth it. Yeah, especially
Two
because you have
secondary points and 2 primaries. We'll
yeah,
take it.
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's good. So he's definitely up there on the secondaries, which is good. Now we're moving on to turn 2, battle round number 2.
And then the things they laugh at tend to explode.
So we've got battle round 2 going, which is super exciting. And now Rob is has the ability to bring in some deep strikers as well if he wants. He's got the plasma inceptors, which he seems like he's putting up at the top of the screen to try and take out some of these paladins, because the paladins are doing a lot of damage with their multiple damage weapons. Project 10C4 missed turn 1. Yes, sorry. Akimoto Akodo. What's Matt's army list? You can check it out if you're on a desktop on the Twitch stream down in the panels. If not, you can head over to the Patreon page, the blog. I'll put the link up where you can see both Rob's and Matt's army list. And you can check it out on there. I posted them up. They're the 2 latest posts, so you can check them too. So right now, because the paladins are gangbusters, those inceptors will be very important because they can do 2 damage a pop. Yes, they're not Dark Angel Inceptors. I like Dark Angel Inceptors a lot. But Crimson Fist also ignore cover, which makes them really good at taking out other Marines in cover. And he also has Mr. Super Smash Captain that has the... Oh, right, that's the Smash Lieutenant. So he has a Smash Lieutenant, and he has a Smash Captain that has the Relic Power Fist. Hello, Year of Shorty, how are you? Evil Chicken Bits has a question. What do you think about their movement in turn 1? Any missteps? Yet? Too early to tell. It's really too early to tell. I feel that Rob did spread out his army a little bit too much, but it will really tell later in the game. That's the thing. And Matt has kind of consolidated his army close to his objective and a big line of sight blocker. So we'll kind of see how that goes from there. With that, though, I think that the thing about the horde of Primaris is you can kill an entire unit of Primaris, and there's still like so many more where they came from, and they're really hardy. So Primaris don't die very easily at all. And so we're gonna head up. If is it worth considering running the Paladin unit 7-man instead of 10 to negate gangbusters? Not really. You really want that 10-man Paladin unit with this list. Like, this style of list is designed to be super hard to kill and take down. And you can do that, but a lot of the times you're going to be hiding the Paladins out of line of sight to negate gangbusters, because they can just get astral aimed and shoot through ruins and stuff like that. It's just not as big of a deal. Definitely. Yeah. So that's super exciting. And
that's our battle cry, by the way.
gonna head back to the players.
I know some people at events get real picky about that. Like, you can't move the terrain.
Sure.
It's like, well, okay, I guess so. That's really further behind. I need to keep them within coherency if I do. There we go. The banner's gonna advance. Not feeling it. He just saw a whole unit die.
Hello, Shane. How's it going? I was telling Matt and Rob how annoying Razorwing flocks are with a 5+ invulnerable save, since you had to face them last night. And they kind of shook their heads and like, silly Yanari Razorwing flocks that get a 5+ invulnerable saves. Yeah, I know, they're silly. So that's super exciting, I guess. Other than that, right now, he's essentially just trying to, Rob has, last time he really played a lot was at the Barry Bash, which was in February. So, Rob's a little rusty. He's kind of, oiling those limbs and those muscles when it comes to, competitive 40k. But he was, I think he lost against TJ Lanigan, who's number 2 in the ITC right now at the Barry Bash, but he gave him a good game. That was a close game too. So Rob knows his stuff, and it's really cool to see him kind of do well. Item Finder, running a 7-man unit also reduces the number of special guns they can take. True. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that a 10-man Paladin unit is great. Plus, you put the Apothecary in there. It's very, very hard to actually physically kill the entire unit of Paladins. That makes it really hard to do.
It's pretty much the whole consensus of it is gating dudes is bad. Will now deploy these guys like that.
Yep. Look at that. They're there.
Oh! Almost like I planned it. Alright.
Skits painting says, "Go, Matt."
Well, thanks, Flash Kids.
Please don't donate any bits. Oh, this one here has 16 still.
Eventually, we're gonna do like night fights where you're gonna be able to like donate bits to give the players rerolls or command points. I haven't decided yet. And it'll be like a whole thing where you can have like a fan base and like get your friends to watch and help you out. I think that'll be really fun.
Rules now.
Oh, come on. Breaking rules is fun.
That's why I use all the chapter tactics.
Nyrule says, "Shout out to my dog Hilda Buddy Ben, who killed the whole unit of Paladins with his Ravagers in one turn."
Wow, that's impressive. How many Ravagers? 3? Okay.
Right.
That's some pretty unfortunate dice rolling and some really good dice rolling.
10 Hellblast
Big
shots
Ravagers
at
are
that.
bad.
This guy here?
That guy right
Okay,
there who's
sure.
taking a couple wounds.
You got it?
We are overcharging.
Beautiful. Love it.
Don't have to roll each individual guy, 'cause it's only one shot each. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 shots.
So we have Rob shooting intercessors right now. There's one Land Raider that has taken a couple of wounds. and it's the one full of purifiers right now. And he's essentially trying to take him out. So, flash kits, yes, we can do some cool conversions on just paint on it, which is our daily paint stream. However, not tomorrow or Friday, because I'll be getting ready for the Hooded Goblin GT. Oh, his friend Ben.
So we're at -4.
Ben said it was actually 3 Ravagers, 2 Raiders, and 2 Razorwings.
-4. They're plasma.
They're really focused on
-5. I rolled 6.
they're really focused on the game. Oh, it's actually Hell Blasters that are firing. Those a whole unit of Hell Blasters? Whoa! Did your Hell Blasters just nuke Land Raider?
That's impressive. -4 for Hell Blasters.
Are they the rapid fire Hell Blasters? Yeah. Yowza. That's pretty nasty. So we just had 10 rapid firing, well, 10 Hell Blasters explode. Not explode Land Raider, however.
I get
5 of the purifiers have now died. Wow, that was not something I would have expected at all.
I'll be honest.
Thanks, Flash Kits. I appreciate it.
It did as me as well.
Hell Blasters plasma guns have -4 AP, which is really good against the 2+ armor save. And he overcharged. And is Cantor near them?
No.
Okay.
The mechanic that's letting them reroll 1s to hit and wounds is though.
Oh, because you have the Warlord trait that makes him a captain, essentially.
Yes.
Right.
The Liberator Strike Force captain.
Right. So he has his lieutenant that's near the Hell Blasters down in the forested area. Wow, that was I did not expect that, but those Hell Blasters did some work on that Land Raider, which is crazy. Very strong. Okay, let's take it back to the players.
His Stormbolter won't be able to reach anything. He advanced, so he's going to shoot 2 separate squads, right?
Yep.
He's going to shoot at that unit, right? Actually, he'll go to that unit there.
Sure.
So, he'll remain stationary. It's rapid fire. He's wearing power armor. It's 4 shots. This is the duty's burden. I don't know why they call him the burden of duty, but you know. Yeah.
It's because he has duty.
He has duty.
We're immature. And then it's strength 5, so I need 3s.
So 10 Hell
So
Blasters.
3.
Is 300.
These ones are at -3. That's at -2.
That makes sense, Shane. You know, it seems like 10 Hell Blasters killing a Land Raider is about right. However, the -4 was definitely something that Matt was not expecting.
I'm not within 24.
8 wounds from 10 shots is what I wasn't expecting.
Sorry, it was 6 and 2 damage, so it's 16.
Right?
Yeah, wounding on 4s, 10 shots at long range. You did 8 wounds out of 10 shots. So that was definitely not on the variance, the normal variance. That was on the high level of variance. Rob is like the standard bearer of Codex Marines in 8th, strength and honor. And more security is rooting for you, Rob. And Nyrul, duty can certainly be a burden if you don't have a toilet nearby. Yes, absolutely. I agree 100%.
All right, everyone on this section here is shot. -4 leadership is failable. Yep. Guys, Space Marines have a leadership. You might not believe me, but it's there. So they're all shooting at the paladins.
You got it.
Except for this one guy shooting at the apothecary.
Sure.
No, I don't want to do that.
No.
So the Inceptors.
Apothecary is a 5-up.
Right?
So the Inceptors are going to be, it seems like now we're moving to the Plasma Inceptors and whatnot. They'll be doing a lot more damage to the Paladins and whatnot. But Shane, yes, if last cannons were AP -4 instead of just AP -3, that'd be kind of cool. Or maybe give them like the ability to ignore cover or something.
We're overcharging because that's the right thing to do.
And they shall know no fear except
And
sometimes,
unfortunately,
because
my guys are both
sometimes
equal
they know
models,
fear.
so I rolled them all.
This is why I always do my best to
Individually,
kill Hell
and each
Blasters
guy
first.
just roll
Yes.
one.
However, if you don't do
So
like
first guy,
like
many
if
shots,
you're not
second guy,
careful, you can definitely, in there next to a banner, they'll kill more stuff when you're killing them than when they kill you, which is crazy. Or if you roll 623 rolls, yeah, I could see that, like on a tank or vehicle. You know, Shane, I agree.
And are you re-rolling?
Rerolling ones,
Okay.
and rerolling ones to wound.
Gotcha. Cool.
So needing 2s. I'm overcharging. You're T4, right?
Yeah, but you need to hit first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself,
yeah.
alright? I just blew up a Land Raider, like... Rolling ones. I'll just do each dude.
Yep. We'll just roll all your to hits and then roll all your to wounds.
Okay. Because, yeah, at that point it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, so you got four hits so
Yeah.
far.
The next gentleman was 4 shots.
Oh, because they each
All hit.
individually might die, right?
The next gentleman also has 4 shots.
So he has to. He's shooting the Inceptors individually because he did overcharge them, and they have a random number of shots per guy. And if he rolls ones to hit, they die. So you want to do it individually so that you can kind of take the models that die automatically. Now he does have a Smash Captain nearby, so he's getting to reroll those ones to hit, which can be very helpful as well. Yes, the banner is definitely nasty, more security, especially if you take the relic banner. Are you taking the relic banner, Rob?
No.
No relic banner, just the regular banner. But he's running a couple of other relics as well. So
All the Primaris plasma 4. You get your invul either way.
Yep.
plop, plop,
Rerolling
plop.
ones.
Last cannon is higher strength and greater range, but multi-melt is higher AP, better chance of wounds at close range. Yeah. I wish the multi-melter had more shots though. So hey Zappin2, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, I know we've got a good amount of people watching the stream today. Thanks a lot to everybody who's tuning in and enjoying your Wednesday night with us. Back to the players.
Wound, so you can't bring a dude back.
Yeah.
How many damage did he
5 guys.
5 paladins?
Yep.
So 5 of the paladins have gone down after the Inceptors came in and just shot the crap out of them with overcharging plasmas. But with the Land Raiders and stuff and the good line of sight blocking terrain, I feel like it shouldn't be an issue for Matt moving forward as well. Tanks should move and shoot without penalty. Yeah, that's true. It depends. I feel that is, I think, my biggest thing. I feel tanks should have a way to move out of combat and just not get tagged. Like there's a couple of tanks that can do it, like dreadnoughts and whatnot. It's just a very abstract. It's very abstract. Just being able to like touch a Lehman Russ with a little grot and be like, my grot stops your Lehman Russ from shooting, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because that Lehman Russ would just crush. It wouldn't care about that damn grot. Okay, and now we're moving, so it's the end of the turn. There's a big turn for Rob. He got marked for death, and he killed some of the paladins as well. Some sort of he did kill something as well this time. So he got kill 1, and he did hold 1 as well. And he got a mark for death, and he got 2 for gangbuster as well.
Because it's 6 wounds, right? It's every, it's every,
So 2 gangbuster points. So that was a big turn for Rob as we move in to Matt's second turn. It's getting heated, ladies and gentlemen. This is massive. There's lots of cool stuff happening, which I like as well. If you have any questions, let me know. But since then, we'll go back to the players.
Oh, fight me.
This guy will advance.
Yeah. Do you have an advance and charge strat?
No.
Okay.
This guy
Alright.
will advance.
Alright, I'm feeling it. What's an objective?
So, Matt's been playing with his Grey Knights for quite some time now. He's been practicing a lot.
It's a 90%
Essentially trying to get as much damage as he can over here. And he didn't say thank you, my lord. I'd say, that's a big no-no. But Matt's played with these Land Raiders, and he really likes the elite aspect of the list, and something that
I would
Grey
respect
Knights do
those.
very well is they play very conservatively. So you have to learn how to stay back and not really do much damage, and then well, kind of do damage at range or hide, and they play not like Space Marines at all. Like you'd expect Space Marines to run up and get into the thick of it, kind of like what Rob's doing right now with his Primaris. Like Primaris can do that sort of thing. They have the weight of volume of dice, they have volume of wounds, but at the end of the day, Grey Knights, they're a toughness 4 with a 3+ save, and that doesn't really go very far nowadays. However, he's been practicing a lot and really putting it into practice on how to be very cagey with that sort of army itself, right? So, that's in comparison to Rob, who's, Rob made the Crimson Fist list famous. Like, he took it to the Canhammer Team tournament, not this one, but the one last year in 2018. He was on our team, and he crushed 9 Hive Tyrant lists. He crushed like Imperial lists. Like he took down Dark Eldar lists, and it was a very like novelty thing, because back then Primaris were like nobody wanted to use them. So
Are you telling them about novelty?
no, I said back then Primaris, when you played originally, yeah, they Primaris were not they weren't I said you put them on the map. That's what I'm saying. You put the Crimson Fist army on the map. You created that list, and that list became something. And nobody believes that it works until it gets shown, and then it's like, look, it's just crazy good. And then the Land Raiders are really, really tough, because you don't have very many things. It's very, you have to play very smart, but at the same time, it's Zandrate. Yes, this is the Wednesday arena. Wednesday night fight, yes, but it's Wednesday night fight. It's just night fight, really, is what we call it here. Flash gets painting. Once he gets the weights off, he's going to be a beast. I agree. Standing in this corner, 375 million pounds. No, I'm just kidding. That would be a very big person. Yep, okay. Sure. Primaris Space Marine weighs like 2 tons or a ton.
Yes. You go nuts.
They're going to Cleansing Flame?
Yep, they get the 6d6.
So it succeeds.
It goes off
for 2 mortal wounds. The next guy?
Yep.
Succeeds for 5 mortal wounds.
So Purifiers have a 3-inch range smite that does d6 mortal wounds.
Doubled from the Brother Captain.
But you double the range because the Brother Captain is right next to this Land Raider, so he's within 6 inches. So now you double the range of the Purifier smite. So the Purifiers have a 6-inch d6 smite that goes off on a 4+. So they do a lot of mortal wounds. Definitely something to look out for when you're playing Grey Knights. They have the ability, even though their smites are small, there's some units that have big smites, and they just do lots of mortal wounds as well. So, last cannons aren't so good with mass infantry, but Stormbolters do help. Stormbolters are great. They're really, really good. Did Rob ever cave and play Bobby G as Ultramarines? I don't think he's ever played Bobby G. He likes he has been painting in Marinius Calgar, but he doesn't like Bobby G at all. Looks at an arena match from entertainment of the Archon to my Drakari sensibilities. Yes, I'm sitting here watching them fight to my entertainment and yours. Welcome to the Dark City fight. Too many models on the board for an arena. Yeah, we can make the arena however we want. Like to see Matt play a Chaos Army. Well, we'll see. He has his Admech. He's got his Grey Knights. We'll see. I'll try and bring, for Night Fight, we'll have like a variety of different people coming in to watch, which would be great. I have some of Matt's old Chaos models. Yes, you do, Shane. Maybe you should bring them in, Maul of Fiends and Lord Discordance and stuff, just for fun. Steve Turner says Gulliman is awesome. He is awesome. He's really, really good. So, we'll see what happens there. I bet he would smash with Chaos. He would smash! Oh, we just had a Land Raider gate all the way to the back of the field. So we had a gating land raider. Go to the back there. Is there anything in there?
Nothing.
No, there's nothing in there. It's just a basic land raider, a brass scorpion. I'm having
over here.
the issue I'm having with Matt's style in my own Grey Knight testing is the lack of objectives secured. Armies like Eldari just got rapidly locked down objectives in ITC, where holdings with so much elite grand struggles to clear and hold objectives.
They get a +1 to their invulnerable save.
Grimish Wizard says, "Go Rob." I'll let him know.
Gets his 2 wounds back.
But he's in night fight today. He's smashing some peeps. By the way, guys, you haven't considered it already, head on over to the sub thing on Twitch and click that sub button. Or if you'd like to, head on over to the Patreon page and help us out so we can do more of this stuff as well. Could possibly run Disco Lords, Mollifiends, Feeded Blood Drones, Brass Scorpion, and 2K list. That is disgusting, is what that is. Item Finder Lux. Yeah, Genestealer Cult is very like aggro heavy, so like runs up and like gets you. And I feel that would definitely be something like very interesting to say the least. However, you'd have to the way that this list plays is it doesn't really try and like take a bunch of objectives. It kind of hides and just kills targets of opportunity. So that's what the Land Raiders do. It's a different play style. You're hiding more than Eldar does on normally. But you know, with that, we'll go back to the players.
You did not cast Astral Aim.
Yes, we're going to cast Astral Aim onto the Paladins. Succeeds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shooting phase.
Yes.
So Land Raider is going to fire Twin Las into your Dreadnought, and then Twin Las and Heavy Bolters into your Ancient.
I can respect that.
So
Ancient's kind of a dick.
into your Ancient,
Yeah.
Las. Oops.
1 hit.
1 hits. And a 2. It wounds. -3.
Nope.
For 5 damage.
He will die.
Perfect.
Gating Land Raider just sniped out the Ancient.
That's a character, correct?
That is a character, so it'll be a headhunter point,
Does he shoot?
and
Does he
it
count himself?
and he just
will
took
shoot.
out
He's
the
just
banner.
angry. That's a six,
That
isn't it?
the Gating Land Raider just getting the backfield there, away from the Plasma Inceptors in the top right-hand corner, and coming down. It will eventually be like a pain in the neck. Although he's very close to that Chaplain Dreadnought with a super power fist. The last cannon, however, killing that banner is huge. Stops the Hell Blasters essentially from shooting twice as we move into the closing parts of the game. And it's definitely, as you can see, he's moved his Paladins forward to the bottom left-hand corner of that big cathedral to kind of get a line of sight of the Inceptors as well and keep them sort of like hidden as much as possible. But hello to all the new people on stream. Make sure you leave a comment, say hello, unless you're just watching and listening. But with that, let's go back to the players.
So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 silencers. Hitting on 4s because I moved, rerolling 1s and 2s. They just miss. If you can't hit the table, you can't hit your...
I had a DM who had that as a house rule for D&D.
3s do not hit. Rerolling 1s and 2s.
You
Thank
can't
you,
hit
my
the
lord.
table with a die. How do you expect your character to
Yeah, exactly.
hit an orc with an axe? Like, come on.
And 4s.
Yeah.
6. No benefit from cover, no AP.
1 goes down.
2 go through. They gain 3 damage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So 2 damage.
Oh, sorry, I totally took the sound off there. Yeah, Tori, absolutely. You should come up for a game. We could definitely do one of these. That'd be really fun. It's going to be night fight, so we'll basically have 2 folks fighting it out, which would be really nice. What's up, Zakath? Nice to see you. Really appreciate you tuning in and saying hello, which is awesome. Yeah.
Brother Captain will fire.
I have to, as you can see here, it's a little easier to sort of see the game there, but we've got Drago, and the characters really do a lot of the heavy lifting in the Grey Knight list. He did lose some purifies as he shot into the Hell Blasters.
Drago did do any wounds, correct?
Yeah, he killed one dude.
Okay, howdy, Zakaf.
No, the Stormbolters did.
Oh, yeah,
What's
that's right,
going
yeah.
on,
He didn't do
everybody?
this, that's right.
I like it, I like it. So with that, we'll go back.
So Land Raider.
Oh, shit. Oh, pardon my, here I am.
Yeah, you kind of moved it back out of
Yep, that's fine. I think I'm going over.
Yeah.
Land Raider's going to fire into your
Si, senor.
Inceptors.
Everything?
Yeah. So we got last cannons, 2 hits, 2
I'm
wounds,
T5.
1 wound, -3.
Nope.
For 3 damage.
1 dies.
And heavy bolt.
Mhm.
That was a good roll. Force, 1, -1.
It's good.
Cool. Stormbolters out of range. Oh, that's too far of a charge.
Yeah, it's a little too far.
They, it's a 10-inch charge. No, they're content where they are.
Okay.
That will conclude my turn.
Okay.
So, primaries. You killed one, hold one. You killed a Land Raider and a 5-man squad here. Oh yeah, leadership, -8.
Yeah. 2 is 10, they have 9, so 1.
Okay, so this is the end of battle round.
Come on.
Do you just spend 2 CPs?
Oh, wait.
Do you spend 2 CPs for that?
No.
Oh, no, okay.
Just took 1.
Oh, okay, 1 died?
So I will hold 1.
Cool. So,
I killed 1, 2.
hold 1. You killed.
1, 2, and I
Right now we're
You
looking at the
killed 1,
scoring
2,
at
1,
the
2, yeah.
moment. That's just scoring.
So neither one of us hold more, neither one of us
Yeah,
hold
it's going to
more.
be good. We've got
I will have 1 mark for death, which I already
'Kay.
scored. 2
He-
headhunters.
yes.
you killed
And
2
another-
characters? Oh, you killed the Dread.
Yeah.
How
This
did he
dude
kill-
came in and blew it to Smith. Oh my god, it's a venerable dread. I feel no pains.
Well, there was 11 wounds.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
let's
feel
see
like
if
might
that
have
chaplain.
affected your turn. Because you blew it up the first thing.
I had a heavy bolter that was shooting at it as well, so
Okay, so right now they
see,
just.
see what happens here.
Rob just forgot that he had Feel No Pain on the
Doesn't
Dread.
Okay.
Alright. So it didn't matter. So 2 Headhunter points for Matt. No. Did you use any command points,
I
Matt?
did. I'm down to 3. I've used a couple of command points.
You're down to 3 left. Okay, and what about?
One on a reroll for damage against his
Actually,
warlord.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So you have 3 left. Rob, do you have all your command points left? Have you used any?
I haven't used a single one.
You haven't used them. So you still have 6. Okay, perfect. So what's the score as it stands?
10-6.
Okay.
So I got 1.
So does Rob have 10 or do you have 10?
I have 10. Rob has 6.
Okay, wow. So that was definitely a better turn for both players. It's starting to tighten that. Oh shit! It's starting to
The
tighten
comeback
that.
is on.
The comeback is
In
on.
regards
Oh,
to
other way
points.
around.
Yeah, points on the table.
Yeah, points on the table. So Matt's up to 10 points. Rob's at 6, but that was a good second turn for Rob. And now he's going to try and press that home. However, the crazy turn, the crazy Land Raider that gated and nuked the banner and nuked the Chaplain Dreadnought was a game changer in this case. Okay, what are your thoughts on the movement in turn 2? So what's happening here is, Rob moves and then Matt is essentially reacting to Rob's move. But what Matt did was very smart. He essentially moved all his paladins towards like where the Hell Blasters are, which away from those Plasma Scepters, and then he gated the Land Raider that was basically closest to those Plasma Scepters away, as far away as possible, to the other side of the board. So now essentially what he's done is he's changed it from like a hammer and anvil where he's this way to, sort of like across the board this way with 2 Land Raiders this way. And now Rob's army is sort of like up in here, and he's going to have to move down. However, Rob does have the advantage of being close to the objectives, so and he should definitely be looking at trying to get the hold more as well. Hauganon, thank you so much for the comment there. Appreciate it. The side cameras are definitely really fun. I really like being able to kind of show like the different players and whatnot as well. He's hiding right now. He's hiding because he just wants to show the top of his head. And then you can see Rob going back and forth, which is fine. But if you have any questions, put them in the chats as well if you're on YouTube or Twitch, which is super fun. But we are into the middle of the game. We're an hour in. This game is definitely going at a good pace as we continue the game. I hope you guys are enjoying it. This has been fun being able to comment, although I should have grabbed a bottle of water because I definitely have thirsty. Anybody want a glass of water, actually?
I have one.
You have water? You're good? Only me, apparently. Only me. Project 10C4. How is the Trueborn? He's good, thank you. He is very well. Little 7-year-old son. He is fantastic. He's asleep right now because it's night fight. It's not bring your kids to work day. You need water as a commentator. Yes, Shane, I do need water as a commentator. That's something that I should make sure I have in the future.
An Imperial Guard. Our life expectancy is 14 minutes.
Remember, always save the last bullet of your last gun, just in case.
So Matt, why don't you tell people what you're thinking?
I think it's still very much anybody's game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I think that this turn is basically going to solidify the end game for either one of us. I think this is going to be the TSN turning point.
You think so?
Turn? Yeah.
I do feel that this turn is going to be... Evil Chicken Bits rooting for you. He says 10 VPs, 10 bits. Go, Matt.
10 VPs.
10 victory points for Matt so far, yes.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. Out of a possible 42. Yeah. Yeah, so we're a fourth of the way there. Can you recap what they've spent CP on? So Matt spent 3 CP,
Nope.
2 CP on 2 rerolls, because that's all he uses it for.
I used it on a damage reroll.
One on a damage reroll.
3 to 5. To
Okay,
blow up
for
Dread
a
Knight.
last cannon. Okay, for a damage roll on the last cannon, which is smart.
And I rerolled an advance roll for my purifiers.
Rerolled an advanced roll for the purifiers to get them within smite range.
They were already. I wanted to get them closer. I was
Just
being
in case you
greedy.
killed one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. So just a movement and a reroll on a damage roll, which is like the both armies have a very limited number of command points, so you're going to be seeing them using command points for like key rerolls and things like that more than anything, and the odd like. The odd like attack when you die stratagem or something on like on a character or whatnot. Pete Tori says, "Let's go, Matt," and he says he's happy you're playing again.
Why, thanks, Tori.
So, what? Sorry,
I'm his boo boo.
I thought you only had one boo boo, Tori. You're boo booing around, are you?
It's his term of endearment for everyone.
Yeah, I know.
Back to the blaze.
This has to be a thing. These guys are going to be my
Yes, commit them. Bring them to me.
Can you point to what you have on the table and tell everybody what's there?
I have a Land Raider at 11 wounds, a Land Raider at 16 wounds, 5 Paladins, Apothecary Drago, Brother Captain, and a Soul Purifier. Yep.
He doesn't have very much left, folks.
-4 plasma is
That ignores cover too.
yeah. Not I mean,
-4 plasma on the
to be honest with
Primaris.
you,
Hell
-3
blasters.
against most of my things is fine as well. But
That is true.
remember what happens to characters that charge land raiders, right?
So we've got Rob sending a lieutenant on. Oh, an apothecary on a bike, just trying to go tie up that and a lieutenant, which is the warlord lieutenant, going to try and tie up.
His warlord was the chaplain dread.
Oh, ooh, okay. So that was warlord.
The new survivor trait where when he
You can
dies,
stand
the
back
other
up
face
again?
comes back with D3 wounds.
That'd be really
Almost,
cool.
but I was
Chaplain
like, that's a little
dreadnought.
too cheesy.
There's nothing too cheesy in competitive 40k. We're playing for all the marbles here. But back to the players.
Is he within 15 of this guy? Oh yeah, he is.
Oh yeah.
One wound dude.
Pew, 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 pew.
So More Security says he caved. He replaced almost all his Dark Lances with Disintegrators.
It's a pretty good option. Pretty good choice.
So these guys shoot there.
More security. I 100% agree with your choice in weapon option. Yep. If I had a penny for every time somebody looked at my disintegrators and shuddered, I would have lots of pennies. Yep. I held out as long as possible. Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright.
I'm glad I don't have to shut anything down.
Disintegrators
I thought
are
actually one second, I was
incredibly
like,
good.
I'm either
Like,
gonna
we're talking
have to
about
throw on
Dark Eldar
spell or
stuff,
I'm
but
gonna have to
you know,
sit
we
here
can kind of
choosing
banter
and
about
waiting,
other
or, I
things
can just run
or
cast
focus
and
on the
go
specific.
into
Yeah, the increase in dice, the straight 2 damage. You know, it's just great.
Alright.
Zandrate still has
that gentleman
lances
over
on
there.
the
Is that
ravages.
here?
Well,
Yeah,
it
got it.
happens.
Not overcharged.
Almost a
Nope.
$1. Yes. Yes.
Oh no.
A $1
He didn't lose
choice.
his reroll.
Sure.
It's 9 inches for this
Yes,
guy.
I've almost got $1. That's right.
Sweet. You could roll double ones and double twos. I'd be okay. With
Okay,
that, okay.
so-
You okay with that?
Yeah.
Right now
Twos
we're
don't
into the
hit,
shooting
right?
phase now because Rob doesn't have any psychic phase.
Or twos
You can
into
see here in
ones,
the middle of
I'd
the
be even
board
better
he
with
has
I can't reroll
the unit of
twos.
intercessors
right,
sort of
yes.
like
I will
gonna
overcharge
go
that, why not?
Okay.
face to face with the apothecary and a bunch of the paladins, and you've got
He just
Drago nearby as
apparently
well.
he's
The
angry.
Hellblasters,
He's
the
angry.
Inceptors are in the top
Yeah.
right hand corner, and they're essentially
Okay.
moving towards that other land raider. The brother captain is safe
have a
in the
rapid
middle
fire
here,
grenade
as
on
Rob
there?
doesn't
You
have
got it.
any Rob doesn't have any of these snipers or anything like that. Shitizzo, anyone know where I could buy disintegrator cannons? A variety of different places. You could always just convert them with, you know, like cutting and chopping, you know. It's a variety of different things. But with that, let's go back to the players.
Is that the
Yeah, they're firing into the paladins.
intercessors firing?
Yeah.
7 at -1.
Looking for threes. One wound.
Suck it, one paladin that healed already. I'll take my victories where I can. He's gonna shoot a duty's burden at the thing.
At the thing?
At
The land raider?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the lieutenant shooting. Oh no, the apothecary shooting duty at a land raider. Just cut them. Lol. You could use splinter cannons, I guess, for a variety of different options. Really just depends on what you'd like. Hello, Zangold. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to SkaredCast. Yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying this this style of stream. It takes a lot of coordination having 3 different people sitting around for a couple hours. It's really fun though. And right now, we just got the stuffs, but turn 3. So you know this is essentially closing in on the middle of the game, and it's gonna the big deal is gonna be now in turn 4 is really gonna solidify the late game, and it's still a really close game. It's gonna come down to like every secondary point and every primary point that you can get your hands on. So that'll be really important. And a whole lot of bandwidth. Yes, that's also true.
4 dudes for me.
We try and make it as exciting as physically possible. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah.
First guy. Second
Good one.
third guy. Fourth guy. Alright, so 3 for this dude. We're overcharging, obviously.
Did you change dice?
What? I have red ones and I have
Oh,
green ones. That's 5.
This is just Inceptors shooting at
Yeah.
paladins.
And then 2.
Into the Land Raider.
Land Raider.
Oh, that's the.
So here we have the Plasma Inceptors firing at the Land Raider here as well. Of course, he's doing it individually, so that in case they explode. And this Land Raider in the back is completely unwounded at the moment. And they do have a captain and a lieutenant nearby, which means that rerolling once hit, rerolling once to wound.
-4.
That little Plasma Inceptor unit is deceptively good.
He will live. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Oh, he lived with 2 wounds
Yeah.
remaining. Do you still have that Tech Priest in your list?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe the Mastercrafted Vulcan can finish it off.
So,
Yeah.
other Drukhari coming down to turn 5 to
Yes.
kill the survivors? Yes, Raymond. I agree. We could
6.
definitely have the Drukhari come out of the webway and just kind of like clear out. But little did you know, this is just the Drukhari filming this game and just kind of taking pleasure of them murdering each other. It could be like an arena where they've all been like, they're hallucinating. And we've put them in an arena that looks like an Imperial world. And they're just fighting each other for the fun, for our entertainment. Which is kind of how that works. See any use of the Primaris suppressors or exterminators in a semi-competitive play from Rob or Matt? Rob, do you want to elaborate, please, for more security? Do you use any of the Primaris suppressors or exterminators?
No.
And why or why not?
No, because they're not good. You heard it here, folks.
You're gonna
That
kill
was
one?
That was
I'm charging.
That
Oh,
was
wait.
the quickest, down-to-earth, you heard it here first. Rob does not approve of the suppressors or exterminators. What about infiltrators, Rob?
Pardon?
He's really
Sorry, it's my
focused on the
turn right
game.
now. I need to think.
Yeah, he's thinking. He's really focused. So we'll let the players focus,
We'll go
and
really-
because they're really intense in the game
last
right
ones.
now. That's why you have me, because I can kind of chat with you guys as we go. I can tell you what I think. I think I like the exterminators more than I like the suppressors. However, I feel like you need to sort of have the units go to bigger. Like when Inceptors and stuff we're only like 5 man or whatever strong. Octo Taco. That's a cool name. Octo Taco. Captain Lisander followed as well. Captain, my captain. Welcome. Thanks for the follow, guys. Right. So right now he's also charging in with the biker and lieutenant. The biker is an apothecary biker. The reason he's doing that is to just stop that Land Raider from shooting for a turn. Did you just do 1 wound to a paladin?
Yep.
Yep, okay. So you did 1 wound to a paladin just to prevent the paladins from coming back to life, essentially. Octo Taco, thank you very much. Appreciate the props. We try and do what we can. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. It's fun. Just sit down, relax, enjoy, put some paint on stuff while you're watching two armies go at it. It's really fun. Thanks a lot, Damien, as well, for doing the poster for the whole thing. It was really neat. Eliminators, infiltrators, and suppressors are all great, says Steve Turner. Yeah, they're not. I love them. I love the infiltrators most of all. I just feel the eliminators and infiltrators need bigger units to really be fully effective. So as soon as they get the go ahead to make them like 6-man units instead of just keeping them at 3-man units like the Inceptors were before, I feel like they'll the Inceptors they were as well. So with that, let's go to the players.
3? Oh, sorry, my bad. 3 is a lot better than 2 for Space Marines. My lieutenant, go with your 4 attacks. reroll things. Alright, they all hit.
For 6s, yeah?
Yeah. 1!
Minus 3 or something like that? He's good.
There's no minuses. There's
On a power sword?
Doesn't have a power
Oh,
sword.
gotcha.
Nothing from the apothecary.
Okay.
Bike doesn't give you strength.
Land Raider is going to attack your apothecary that has had 1 wound put on it. Looking for 6s. 3 hits.
It's pretty fucking good.
3s. 3. No negatives.
He's fine.
Cool.
Wait, so he took a couple of wounds from like Alaskan on the way?
No, I took 1 wound from a heavy bolter.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
And that's my turn.
Okay, so that is the end of turn 3 for the Space Marines. We have 1 Land Raider over here, left at 2 wounds remaining in the bottom right-hand corner. We have 1 Land Raider that is stuck in combat with an Apothecary and a Lieutenant. And we have the Paladins, there's 5 Paladins remaining, Dragon, Apothecary, Brother Captain, and they're essentially the things that probably have the least amount of damage to them. And there's a lot of the Purifiers did die, so there's no more Purifiers left on the table. So Matt is taking a moment to think about his next move, which is super important when you are looking at, you get to that crunch time in the middle of a game, and you're really sort of thinking like how it is you're going to get through, or how you're going to like maximize on the game itself. So slow down, take a deep breath, and sort of like analyze what you can and cannot do in game. With that, we'll go to some of the comments. Points reduction for some new Space Marines? Maybe, we'll see. Steve Turner says there'll be a new Space Marine Codex soon. Yeah, potentially. You know, they brought out like the new Chaos Space Marine book, which was like a conglomeration of all of it. I could see Space Marines getting something like that, or very similar to what the Age of Sigmar Sigmarines, they get like a bunch of different battle tomes, and each battle tome's like a different sort of version of like the same thing. I could see them doing that, or getting some more White Dwarf love. Having a blast with the new Inari, says Octotaco. There's some hidden power there. Absolutely. It's been really cool. Stutter Scrub. Dustin says, Imperium on Imperium violence. This pleases me. Yes, Stutter Scrub. I'm really excited about the GT this weekend. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.
I love the
right?
transport roll, how you can just embark through a solid wall. You can just embark transports through a solid
Oh yeah,
wall.
as long as
Just
you
within
teleport.
6 inches,
You
yeah,
teleport.
just teleport
Yeah.
inside.
You can teleport when you you can teleport into a transport. Now they did FAQ though that you cannot teleport out of combat, so you have to physically finish your move within 3 inches. So you can't just like be within 3 inches. You have to physically be able to end your move out of combat to like get yourself
Just
into a
tracking someone.
transport,
Yep.
which is super important. And Matt is trying to do some running away with a Land Raider, essentially. Because this is turn 3, bottom of turn 3. We've got the Grey Knights, a little bit up on points here. However, the Space Marines definitely have superiority in terms of firepower.
Does it travel?
There's 1 Land Raider that is that's 2 wounds remaining. There's only 5 Paladins left and a couple of characters. So
Yes.
this is going to get dirty quick, and I'm pretty sure the Grey Knights won't have very much left at the end of the game. So with that, let's go back to the players.
Mortal wound? Yep. He's got 1 left.
They will swing. Good for 1. They will swing. It's good for 1.
talking about Age of Sigmar, I find that there's a lot of stuff in Age of Sigmar that is very like refined in relation to Warhammer 40,000, especially when it comes to something like unit coherency and things like that. They really kind of change that sort of dynamic, and I think that's a big deal as well. Yeah. So.
He has Hammerhand, right? And
Gate and Hammerhand, yeah. You know what? He's gonna gate himself.
Okay.
I believe a 5 does not work. I believe it's a 6 that I need. Gate is a 6. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Probably a blessing in disguise.
Shooting phase.
Yes.
So you're gonna fire 4 las cannons into these guys.
Go for it.
I will be re-rolling for Drago. No negatives to hit them, right?
No.
Looking for 5s with re-rolls.
So by this, guys, he means the Land Raider in the bottom right-hand corner shooting at the Inceptors in the top right-hand corner with the re-roll. So he missed the table. That is a house rule where they automatically die. These dice sounds are doing some ASMR things for me. I don't know what that means. Like as in like them actually rolling dice? Like the actual sound of the dice? Interesting. One of the podcasts with the AOS rules writers talked about how they started compiling wordings and phrases for how the rules should work to keep things clean across the entire rule set. Yeah, this is great. Like I feel like they should use a lot of that stuff for Warhammer 40,000 as well, to be honest. So
1 hit so far. 2 hits. 1 wound.
It's okay.
And then the Hunter Killer. Hits.
Hits.
Wounds. -2.
He's good.
Cool. Brother Captain.
I believe he has killed 3 Inceptors out of the Inceptor unit with the Land Raider,
Yeah, he hits on 2. Yeah, 3 hits.
which is exciting, and Drago as well is shooting in there. That's one of the only units left that will be able to kill the Land Raiders at range. So killing them is of vital importance at the moment.
Mine aren't, but who knows?
I think it's just their weapon skill.
So let's see kind of like what happens. He's just seeing whether or not the
ballistic skill is 3. Yeah. Okay. So 2 hits. Yep. And no wounds.
Right. Miss the old vehicle rules sometimes, says more. Yeah, the old vehicle rules are really fun. Like when you had, like armor values and things like that. However, 8th edition, in my opinion, just took it to another level because I find it's so much simpler than it was before. And I think that's just better for the game in general. Just simple rules.
Casualty. Use a command point. My first one.
Sure.
He's good.
Cool.
And
then
5 remaining.
silencers.
Yep.
These are on 4s.
Because they all moved. Good old Imperial Guard ballistics
That
go.
was a great roll. That looks like 4. No negatives.
2 go through.
So first one does 3 damage. Second one does 3 damage.
Yep.
Those silencers, they just shot. They are heavy weapons, so it's funny how Terminators don't get like the ability to not count as moving and shooting heavy weapons, which they've had all throughout every edition, except for that. And but they are D3 damage, even though they're strength 4, no AP. The D3 damage on those silencers can be crazy good because they just do a lot of volume. They shoot a lot. Especially against the Primaris, he did kill a couple of things. So let's see, kind of like as we move into the assault phase here, and and the paladins essentially going to be charging in to the intercessors that are nearby.
Yeah.
One dude's gonna throw a grenade.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Crack grenade. Nope. 2 hits. Oh, hold on. I have to remember these things that I have. Thank you, by the way.
So Rob's thinking he's got a couple of stratagems you might be able to use. Because of the new Crimson Fist book and stuff.
You shot one of my units, so I can shoot back, but I'm not going to target them. I'm going to use them. I'm going to do it on Drago.
Interesting choice. What's the name of the stratagem?
It's Paragons of Dorn. It's from the Vigilus book.
Paragons of Dorn.
I think so, yeah.
Nice.
And it
So-
allows you to shoot. If I have shot
Paragons
any
of Dawn.
So
It's
one of my units, if they live,
2 command points, correct?
1 command point.
1 command point, and it's
So
at
it
the
can't
end
be
of the
that, it has to
shooting
be
phase.
Or him. Technically, it can be him.
Is it are they specific units that can do it? Okay, so it's specific units that can shoot back after they get shot and they survive, which can be really handy on. No, you're not going to use it.
that 6 was the one that
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're not using it.
My command points at some point.
So you're not doing it, Rob?
No.
No, he's not doing it.
I
Okay.
I went a little too far.
Yeah. So he's he's just shooting Overwatch now, as it goes, as the paladins are trying to make it into
Okay.
combat here.
Get in there.
Here come the paladins, and they're charging into some intercessors. Do you still have Contour around?
Yeah,
Oh, he's back there
That's
with
secret
the
weapon.
with the 3rd unit of intercessors. Power Fist in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Power Fist intercessor sergeants with Pedro Contour are like mini
No
captains.
+1 to wound, no.
They are nasty.
I don't think they need it.
so hit
No.
Yep.
So he's got the paladins running and just chopping stuff up with these halberds, which I think give them like special. They're -3 and they're D3 damage each or something.
It's
What?
only
-2?
They're only -2.
But they're D3
Well, the
damage
good thing
each,
is
right?
they're
Alright,
not
so
gonna
they're like
attack.
psychic weapons, which
Unless
is
you
pretty
wanna
cool.
spend 3 command points
You
to
know, on
target them.
5s, which can be pretty
2 wounds
handy.
each. I think it's a D3
Yeah,
damage.
3 damage. Good roll.
4.
So
6 go through. So they're not going to die.
2, 4, 6. First one, somebody dies. Second one, somebody dies. Third one, somebody dies. Fourth one, somebody dies. Fifth one, somebody dies. Last one,
He's okay.
someone takes 1 wound.
You've been doing pretty killer on rolling
That was
twos.
a really good D3 damage roll.
Out of 6 D3 damages he rolled, he killed 5 Primaris Marines and did 1 wound on another. The odds of that happening are there seems to be
I will
three
attack
three
that.
intercessors
Yep,
left in that
Power
unit
fist.
against the paladins. They're holding fast, but those
Take a
paladins
wound,
are.
good sir.
5 up.
Pedro Contour's nearby though with another unit of 10
Yeah.
intercessors. But holy moly, this has been a bloody as all hell
bet you
game.
guys.
It's been absolutely nuts. I hope you guys have been enjoying.
Check
The paladins are right in the middle of the board, and he's looking at getting a hold more this turn, which is going to be a big point swing, essentially. So we'll see how this continues as we move into the because Drago's back in the corner there, protecting his home objective to stop Rob from getting the bonus point.
That's it.
So we'll see how this goes.
Alright,
It's
you
going to be
guys lost
interesting.
7.
So this is the end of Battle Round 3. Unless, oh right, you still have stuff you might be able to do. No, you counted up points.
Rob's
Wait, Rob is thinking.
I'm just going to roll their leadership.
Okay. So leadership test for the intercessor unit. 2 of them die.
Yeah.
Okay. So out of he took 7, and he's going to take it instead of risking it and re-rolling.
What gives them that
So
leadership 9?
Infantry.
cool. Is Rob on any objectives?
Yes.
Yes. There's one objective behind this big T, and there's also
Alright.
one objective in the middle of the board because it's a 3 objective mission. Right now we're doing
See,
count
Skari
outs,
got +1 to hit you.
count ups.
Yes.
He would have, right?
No, I still have 3 left at the end, and you had 5. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's
I was
only if you weren't using the cover one, right?
What's that?
Only if you're not
yeah,
using.
I always
Yeah,
use the cover one.
yeah, the cover one's the best, in my opinion. I think the ignore cover is just fantastic for intercessors because they're -1 AP with the ignore cover is like essentially a -2, which gets really nasty. Okay, so the total score will be coming up
Just trying
soon.
to figure this out.
Yeah,
I
Matt's
hold one.
counting it.
But I don't think I.
You hold 2, don't you?
Wait, sorry.
You hold-
I'm
yeah.
trying to figure out if I killed. I don't think I.
You didn't
killed.
kill anything.
Did you kill?
So he did not kill anything. He did, yeah.
I did the purifier.
Okay. So you kill and kill more. I'm gonna hold more because I hold 2.
Yeah.
Wow, so Rob got kill more. Matt got hold more.
And then I got one of my points for killing the 2 purifier squads.
He got another
yeah, you have a
marked for death for killing the
land raiders and
purifiers. So that's
Yeah.
2 marked for death points. And the other secondaries that we have is Rob. Hmm? What was that? And there's still 1 Hellblaster left with 1 wound.
Yep,
Who's just
go
sitting
for it.
there
We're at 12,
looking
10.
pretty.
12.
12. So Matt has 12 points. So this is and then Rob has boosted all the way up to 10 points. He is closing that gap fast. So as we move on to battle round number 4, it is the top of the turn, and we're moving into the Crimson Fists movement phase. We have 1 intercessor unit in the middle of the board, surrounded by paladins. Next to the objective in the middle, we've got Pedro Cantor and those intercessors essentially over there. We have an apothecary for the paladins at the back, an apothecary and a bike by that land raider in the bottom corner. We have 1 land raider with 2 wounds in the bottom right hand corner, and then we have 3 inceptors with plasmas, a smash captain and a smash lieutenant in the top right hand corner. And then we have a Drago next to the Land Raider in the bottom right, and the Brother Captain that is the Warlord, the Warlord for the Grey Knights in the middle bottom, which is exciting. This has definitely been a crazy game so far. What units were on what objectives at the end? Sorry, a bit hard to track on mobile. So we have 1 objective in the bottom right-hand corner underneath a Land Raider. And then we have 1 objective in the middle of the board, and then 1 objective, there, and 1 objective back there, 12 inches away from that objective, essentially.
Oh, I think I know what's going on.
What are your thoughts on turn 3? Any major mistakes? Who is under the most pressure currently? So right now, the war of attrition is getting to Matt's Grey Knights. Rob has kept his tire priority on point. He was able to really kind of do some damage to things he needed to. Tying up that Land Raider was very, very important to him in that 1 turn. So if he can try and tie up that Land Raider again, that would be probably very useful. However, right now it's basically going to be it's if the Paladins hold. This is still anyone's game. If the Paladins don't hold, yeah, it's going to be very tight. I feel like it's going to come down to 1 or 2 points at the end of the game, and it's when you're playing Marines on Marines, like everything is super important in the game. So with that, let's go listen to Rob as he's thinking out loud.
Can't advance when that ball actually is going to go. Now I'm going to use a few stratagems.
Just battle round 4. This is the first night fight. It's been really fun, actually. It's been very entertaining.
He's a Terminator.
17-inch threat range. Well, I can gate within 9.
I know, so he can just kind of do whatever he wants. But I'd rather he not be within 9.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, if you want, just take them off the board. We'll be good, right?
Okay, you just take that one and that one.
Sure.
Okay. You heard it here, folks.
I will take my paladins
We're
against your
colluding.
intercessors.
We're colluding. Wait, no. Yeah, when do you guys have one?
All bets are off. They're starting to fix the race.
There were bets. I could have just
That were-
gone dark.
that were
underground
bets.
with this.
We had some people throwing their hat in the ring, you know, being like, if I was a betting man, I would bet for the Grey Knights, so the Space Marines. So this has definitely been fun to follow so far. But this has only been an hour and a half, and we're already turned 4, so we should be done relatively at a decent amount of time. Considering it's a competitive game, normally makes it a lot easier when you know the people who are playing aren't like narrating everything.
like us
Stutter
to start
Scrub
narrating?
says $20 on Imperium being victorious, which I agree with. The Imperium will be victorious.
You're a funny guy.
Alright, let's go to shooting.
Yep, you got it.
At the beginning of my shooting phase, I got some stratagems I gotta spend.
Sure.
These guys. I'm gonna use the exploding dice stratagem, which I have over here, I believe.
That sounds like a good strategy. Exploding dice strategy.
Yeah, I just throw dice at you and then they explode.
Explode.
Yeah. It's almost as good as the like smoke bomb where you just run away.
I don't.
More security. I don't really know what odds look like or how they work. But this whole 450 to win Capital Seed Bloodbath in Vegas, maybe potentially. I think there's like some sort of underground thing that that people use to like bet on 40k, but you know, you didn't hear that from me.
What's Bolter Drill do for you?
Exact same thing.
You're doubling it up.
I'm using bolter drills and the other exploding dice one in rapid fire range.
Cool.
I have to declare them at the beginning, so.
Grain
One
nuggets are my
Hellblaster,
second
overcharging,
favorite.
shooting the tank.
You got it.
Hey Robro, thanks for tuning in.
Don't die,
Great
Hellblaster. You
Grey
did
Nuggets
good.
are your second favorite chapter. I like it.
Fair, fair.
But he hit.
He did, but I'm within 1 inch of my other warlord who lets me reroll.
Cool.
2 hits.
I like that.
Thank you,
So
my
far.
lord. 1 wound. -4. He's good. We're gonna shoot.
Okay, so the Hellblaster
Duty's
almost killed
burden
himself. Just send match assassins towards Jim Vessel's way. Yeah, that makes sense. Close score. Weird that the stream kicks me off. I don't know why that would happen. Zappin' too. Everything's flowing well on our end over here.
And then Apothecaries
So.
are decorated. I feel like that's probably
5 hits. 2 does not wound. He just uses Mastercrafted bolt gun at that thing, because if he kills it, then the rest of the guys can just shoot it.
Yeah.
Caldor. Does it hit? It hits. Looking for a 6. No. Alright, I'll shoot the thing.
I mean, you can shoot a Drago if you want.
I kinda don't want to.
I'd rather you be shooting at Drago than.
Then yeah. That -4 doesn't really affect a 3 up.
Nope, sure doesn't.
Alright, there's 3 guys left. Let's do this. First guy. Second guy. Third guy. You guys are like keeping it consistent a little bit, so.
We got 4, 3, and 4. Perfect.
First guy. He loves it. Second guy. He's feeling pretty good too. And the last guy for 4. Ugh. Don't die. Okay, he didn't die. Looking for 4s.
So Rob enthusiastically shooting the Land Raider with 2 wounds remaining in the bottom right-hand corner with overcharging Super Plasma
2, 4, 6.
that ignores cover because they are Crimson Fists.
It does.
Sure.
Is it a D6 inch radius? So
I think I'm sorry. I was very hasty there. I believe that this is a D6.
It is D6 mortal wounds.
I'm definitely going
Do you
to be
wanna-
re-rolling
Okay.
that.
Mhm.
I was a little
Yes.
too hasty.
So Matt
on
is
that.
re-rolling,
I'll allow it.
re-rolling.
There you go. Don't explode.
So he re-rolled that so he didn't explode the Land Raider. How many command points did you just use?
Just one.
No, you with
Oh.
your bolter
I
stuff.
used 2.
You used 2, so you have
Two
3
plus
remaining.
Yeah.
And how many paladins did you kill?
I haven't shot yet.
Oh, it's at the start of the. Okay,
And
he
then
hasn't
when I
shot.
declare it,
Okay.
that's when
That
I
makes
do
sense.
the
That makes sense. Sorry for the rambling, says Mole Security. Almost done with my Incarn for the tourney this weekend. Nice. Incarn, I love it. That's great. Salamanders, Robro, are a great chapter. I agree. They have some really good stories. Like, I really like the Salamander story, like the background and stuff like that for the Salamanders. They just seem to be like all around nice, like Space Marines.
Give him +1 to hit, and then things would go all over the place. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I add 6.
Sorry, what were you re-rolling from?
Pedro Cantor's right over here.
Oh, cool.
I moved him up, so I get
Cool.
6 from the automatically explode stratagem, and then I have to roll another 6 for bolter drills. Because those ones I have to roll for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're good.
Cool.
Wow. So I have to add 6 shots to my pile of shots. So good.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
You only hit more than you shoot, so don't worry.
It's like Tesla.
Yeah.
Salamanders didn't get a good rep in Hell's Reach, but makes sense. Once a big bloodless, my tolerance having.
Okay, so on to the comments. Narul, Salamanders didn't get a good rap in Hell's Reach. Yeah, that's true. They were like, they kind of had their own thing they were doing in Hell's Reach. It's okay. Without like all the crazy stuff, we wouldn't have had Black Templars like doing so well. 30 Plague Res and 30 Bloodletters for your Tournament Saturday project. 10 C4. See, what about, are you using contrast paints when they come out to do like hordes of infantry? Are you like, are you... so a couple of the paladins have taken some damage, which is really big. The silencers are still alive, I believe, or Sergeant is.
Not that it matters.
He's lost a
To be
few.
brutally honest with you, it doesn't matter at all.
He's lost a few guys now from the paladin unit, from a bazillion bolter shots, which got like 12 extra shots with bolters because of the double bolter drill thing, which is really fun. Probably use contrast paints. Yeah. Okay, back to the players.
You have 1 command point left.
Did he use another dice? He can't reroll another dice.
That's true, you already rerolled the Land Raider explosion.
Yep. 2 damage?
Yep.
It's pretty good.
No, the one that's stupid is Marius Calgar's guns. Because it's even better. And that's it for shooting, I believe.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to combat.
Sure. Where would you like to start?
You know what? My little plasma guy over there has been doing work, but he's a point to you, but technically so are they. But I'm just going to charge the bike first, because he's a higher toughness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's more likely to survive.
One last cannon.
One last cannon hit.
1 wound.
Nope. He's dead.
6 damage.
He done died.
Oh, the Apothecary just took a last cannon to the face as he charged into the Land Raider. Ouch.
He's going in.
Who is?
The plasma gentleman.
Last cannons?
They're both worth a point, so no hits this time.
Heavy bolter.
No hits this time.
Stone bolter. 1 hit. It wounds.
He'll take it.
Cool. Add on.
He's in there.
I agree, Flash Gets. Contour is a tank. The same as Drago, though. Those two guys are like clutch. So there's going to be some like pretty intense fighting when it comes to Contour and Drago as well. So we'll kind of see how that goes. But he was able to pile into that other Land Raider just to kind of get some damage in there and kind of tie up that Land Raider for another turn, which is big to stop him from shooting. Although the Land Raider did get a headhunter point by killing the Apothecary. So
And still living.
Land Raider is doing his job so far, which is great. 1-on-1 for the win. That would be crazy. Yes, that would be pretty cool.
4 hits.
Are those silencers?
Yeah.
4 hits from silencers, which is really
Oh,
good.
no wounds though.
Okay.
Didn't even
Nothing
add up
happened
to
there.
4.
No. Okay. That happens.
It's pretty awesome.
But you got
Like,
intercept. Is that a full 10-man unit of intercessors?
Yes, it is.
Okay, full 10-man unit charging into the 2 paladins that are remaining.
As long as they're within 1 inch if someone is within an inch.
Yep.
I get to move them anyways. Pedro Cantor's going next. I'm going to spend a reroll. I want him to get in there. There you go.
Contour made it too?
Yep. Cost me a reroll, but he made it.
Oh, so you just spent another CP?
Yes, I have 2 left.
And Matt, you have...
I have 1 left.
You have 1 left?
Yep.
What did you use the last one?
Rerolling the Land Raider explosion.
You have 1.
I was kind of hoping that with that roll would stay.
Yeah,
But
D6 more.
Yeah,
than
D6.
Andrea
Yeah,
would have
because
been
Land
good.
Raiders are D6. Let's fight with intercessors.
You got it.
Surround them so they can't get away.
That's really going to stop me.
Let me have my victories. Let me have my victories.
Okay. I will let you think that I can't get away.
Alright, first I'll do the one that matters, the Power Fist.
Yep.
They don't have gate.
Yes, they do.
Oh, that's right.
So now we've got...
So intercessors versus paladins. There are 2 paladins remaining, I believe. One is wounded. One has wounds remaining. So this would be a big deal. This is like full gangbuster points.
Yeah.
And we've got Pedro Cantor, who gets to swing with his super power fist as well.
3, 4,
Oh,
5,
cool.
6.
So the power fist went first, and now it's just a bunch of guys with Pedro Cantor. A lot of attacks from intercessors.
My saving grace here is that there is no negative to it.
It's true.
And then Cantor.
And then Cantor shows up.
Cantor.
Hello, Archon Prankster. Thank you for tuning in to the night fight, #1 night fight. Super exciting stuff. We're the battle round 4. This is the top of turn 4, which is pretty crazy. This has been an absolute bloodbath, is what this has been. So, yeah, it's definitely been a good game so far. Very close game.
1, 2, 3, 4. Right, 4. Split toast.
Okay.
That's the end of the paladins, folks. Paladins have gone down.
I'll activate Pedro. He'll just go, that's nice. And then I'll consolidate with these dudes, right? Or they consolidate after they fight.
Yes, technically they consolidate after they activate.
So you just have to end.
Yeah. Precisely. So we have Drago, an apothecary, a brother captain, a land raider. Okay, so still half your army.
Still a dude.
Because Grey Knights are
And then
so expensive.
my
Waves at the
my
pals.
sergeant
Hello,
over
Archon Prankster.
there, gonna
Arc-
punch your Land Raider.
You hit 3 times. He's angry that he hurt you. That you're hurt. No wounds, and then the lieutenant. I mean, unless you really want to interrupt. That's right. You can't. No, that's right. You only have 1 left, right?
Hello, Jerry Howard. You have a question. Do you think
Well,
Splinter
good
Cannons
sir.
is good on Venoms? Playing 10 points for a minor upgrade seems like a lot. I stopped running double Splinter Cannons on my Venoms because I'm running shredders on my Venoms now, so they get up really close, and I'm taking like 6 to 12 Venoms on average, so every 6 Venoms I take is another Venom, so I prefer to take another Venom instead of the upgrade. Now if I was just running like 4 Venoms or so, or 2 Venoms, or 3 Venoms, yes, the double cannon is definitely worth it, because it like doubles the firepower of the Venom. So definitely worth it in small numbers, but when you're spamming Venoms, I wouldn't take it as much. So now moving into battle round 4, bottom of 4, where we've got Matt. We have Matt essentially. We've got 10 intercessors in the middle with Pedro Cantor. They have that objective in the middle. We have 3 Inceptors with 2 Smash Captains on the mid right hand flank, and then we have a Lieutenant and a Hellblaster in the bottom left hand, tying up that Land Raider that gated onto the other side. So definitely, this was definitely a good turn for Rob. He got full gangbusters this turn. And I believe he got another mark for death with a Land Raider. So
Okay.
he's definitely maxing out those secondary points.
I will definitely be spending a command.
Robro says you can tell it's a Grey Knights match because the low number of command points, 100%. And your Rob's taking in low number of command points too, not just Matt. I like witches. Don't
command
take the
point,
gauntlets.
22.
Just use the points for skipping a few. Which two? I take the
Robin should be a
gauntlets
good
and I
start.
take the Shardnet and Impaler as well.
Shooting?
Is Drago about to do work?
Or that's from-
Drago has put himself in a position to potentially go charge some Inceptors. You have to put Drago in harm's way. Like, he's designed to go and kill things. So, with that, let's go back to the players.
1 at -1.
He's good.
He'll charge.
He has a Storm Bolter too, doesn't he? He can shoot.
Yeah, sure.
One of them has 1 wound left. Like,
Oh, the guy in the back does?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
put some counter dice.
Thank you, my lord. 2. No negative.
No, he's okay. He'll charge?
Yep.
We're overcharging on Overwatch.
I can't believe I failed the gate with a reroll.
Was that your last CP?
First guy, second guy, third guy.
Oh, that guy means business.
He doesn't mean business. So, 4. Nope, that's 3 and 3. Oh, my lord. 2 1s, though. He will die.
Sweet.
I didn't specify which one, so I'll have to roll for it. Second guy, another hit.
Nice.
Third guy, another hit.
Beautiful.
We're doing some charges now. So Cantor is charging the Inceptors in the top right-hand corner, and the Overwatch killed an Inceptor, which happens.
This is the only time where you would lose a wound model? That's weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
He's T5?
but since it slays the model outright, it would make sense. And then he failed to gate the Land Raider out of combat with a reroll on gate, which does suck, which means that that Land Raider was going to stay in combat there.
Yeah, it's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, nice and shit the bed now.
He's in though.
Especially when the game is so tight, definitely, is a huge difference there.
I gotcha.
So now Drago did make it into combat with the Inceptors. However, he did take 5 wounds or 6 wounds on Overwatch. So
Yeah.
My dice just kind of went.
do you need a smoke break?
Don't want to focus on it. So I'm moving on 2, straight 5. Yep. Oh,
No,
Double,
when
right?
stuff is so
straight 8.
close.
So
Sorry,
It's
3.
crazy.
And then 2 wound from Hammerhand.
So your
it's
2s, yeah.
It is 4 at -4.
Yeah, they're dead.
Okay.
Kaplop, kaplop. That makes sense.
That's another point for you. That was one of your marked units.
Yep.
Kaplop.
I will kill. I do not hold.
You
Hold
did.
one.
You did get that other headhunter point. Don't forget that from the apothecary.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, that is the end of the turn. He gave up a hold a point just so he could. Well, he didn't actually give it up. He was hoping probably to gate the
I
Land
was
Raider back
definitely
here.
going to
Yeah.
gate
That makes
there.
sense. So he was trying. He failed the gate though, which was a big deal. And then
Killed the same amount of units.
so there's
Killed
no.
1, you killed.
You killed 2 because you have these guys, and then Overwatch killed the guy.
Okay, so I'll kill more.
Yeah, so that's kill more for the Grey Knights.
And I got the
Full gangbusters for
You
the
hold more.
full
but I don't hold
gangbusters. Yeah, hold more, and full gangbusters for Rob as well. So what is the VP sitting at right now?
16.
2.
16.
It's tied. Oh, going into turn 5, and it is a downright draw. Holy crap! Could it get any closer? No, folks. Not any closer. This game is as close as it could get. Now tied. Who's gonna come out on top? There's only. It's such a clutch game right now. Coming into turn 5, battle round 5. Holy moly, crazy, absolutely crazy. tell your friends, folks. Thanks for the follow, Malky the O2. Malky. We'll call you Malky. Is it like Milky? Milky Malky? Milky Malky? So, we interrupt this program live to go to Matt, who played the last turn, and we ask him a quick question.
Oh.
How does it feel to... Shit, the better dice rolls, man.
It happens.
It happens.
We will definitely be...
Yeah.
Hellblaster.
That is the right attitude to have when the dice shit the bed. It happens. Cantor versus Drago, baby. Come on, says Flash Kits. Drago is all the way over here, and there are 2 Smash captains next to him. So let's see what happened. Did the Land Raider fight? Probably. I wasn't paying attention.
No, that's what we're just doing right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
we
they
forgot-
just
we forgot
rolled it
about
because
that.
they forgot about the Land Raider, so they just rolled
bounced
it.
off each other.
Yeah, they did nothing to each other because that's about right. That's what a Land Raider versus some like rando characters will do. Absolutely nothing. Malky says, I try not to be too milky. Yes, there you go, Malky. Try not to be. You have to kind of keep it kosher. Drago, go, go. Robro is rooting for Drago.
Killer points, so this is just.
I think I only have 3.
You have the Dreadnought, the
Banner,
Banner,
the Apothecary.
the Apothecary.
Yeah.
Just 3.
Cool. This is definitely... Oh, it's a nail biter going into turn 5. This is crazy. It's been really, really fun game so far. And now all the Primaris Marines are like in the middle of the board with Cantor, just ready to shoot the crap out of a brother captain. Who's holding the back objective at the back
Honor
there?
Guard!
Oh, you just have like a cheapo honor guard. Is it 1 or 2 models? 2 models.
2 models. You have to take 2.
Right.
But
So
there are 2 plus 2.
do you just have them there to like soak up sniper fire for Cantor or your warlord? That makes sense.
That's why I deployed everything kind of
Yeah.
within 2 inches of them.
Yeah. Especially good against a Vindicare, I guess, or a Sanctus, or there's so many snipers nowadays. Having like an anti-sniper gimmick is usually good.
Crack grenade.
Trying to kill Drago with a crack grenade.
No.
No, not killing Drago with a crack grenade today. Let's go back to the players.
Him. 6 inches. Thank you, my lord. Okay. Let's got 1s. 1, good sir.
He's good.
I was really hoping
I
that would
know.
do it.
I know.
I was really hoping that would do it. Alright, Dorn's arrow. 4 shots. Pew, pew, pew. Hits them all.
Yep.
2, good sir. -1.
He's good.
Alright, his bolter. 2 hits. 1 wound. -1.
He's good.
Okay. Then they'll rapid fire into that
Yep.
gentleman there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8. I lost 1 on Overwatch, I believe. No, that's right. That was the whiff roll.
All hit. Yep, seems good.
Hitting 4s. Two, 4, 6, 8. -1.
Takes 1.
Takes 1. Okay. I'll go to combat.
Yep.
He'll go to Drago. He rolls all his failed
Thank
ones.
you, my lord. 1 hit. No.
He's in.
Oh yeah, double 6s. I think he can do whatever he wants.
Alright, he's hit. He'll go into the Apothecary.
Yep.
Still just don't roll the right.
Yep.
He's in. He wants it. These are the rolls I'm wasting right here.
Okay, so Drago did not go down, and Rob is sending a Smash Lieutenant against Drago. and the Smash Captain against the Apothecary, who has a warding staff, which makes them almost unkillable in close combat.
I know.
It's like a shadow field, isn't it?
No, it adds +1 to their invulnerable save in close combat.
Oh, okay. So they get a 3-up save.
4 up.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? But you can sanctuary them, or right?
Could, yeah.
You could. Okay. Could you heed the prognostic sim too?
Yeah.
So you could have a 2-up. Imbo.
Nope.
No, you can't. Okay.
ITC has ruled that you
Oh,
cannot have a 2-up.
okay. You cannot have a 2-up.
can't
That
have
makes
2 up
sense.
in one of them.
They fact the
Evil Chicken Bits, your thoughts on turn 4, some crazy moments. What do you think will take it in turn 5? Well, to be honest, you know, it's the combination of different things. Like, right now, it's so tight. It really depends, because if Matt's, you know, like, invulnerable saves do okay, and if he can gate that land raid out of combat, if he can gate the land raid out of combat, he's in good shape, because he can move that land raider in like a line breaker position to kill the honor guard, which will be really, really important. If Drago survived, no, Drago died?
Oh, yeah.
Drago died. Okay, so Drago did not survive. But let's see what happens as it goes. Right now, it's definitely more in Rob's favor, because Rob did have a couple of good turns. And he's just been putting a lot of pressure and been very aggressive on Matt, who likes to hide. And Rob's been playing a very aggro style, get in his face sort of list. So that happens as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's just going to explode.
3 out of 3.
Failed 3. 3 ups, you know. All good.
These guys are all getting
Yeah,
in.
it happens. It happens.
Dice have decided to shit the bed the past turn. Like, really bad.
Especially when it's that close.
Yeah.
Like, it just...
It's
you
so
feel it,
frustrating.
right?
So frustrating.
You're the one that power fist.
Yep.
Yeah, so with that, it seems like it'll definitely be... that Brother Captain, though, being able to gate that land raider out, I think would be really useful. So he doubles his own power, so he can gate double the distance?
No, only double smite.
Oh, okay, specific. Okay, that makes sense. So, well, I hope you guys have all been enjoying the stream so far. But as we move into round 5 and round 6, this has definitely been a crazy game. Very, very close, which has been awesome. Please make sure you comment. Let us know what you think. I hope you enjoy the format of Night Fight and tell your friends about it. We'll be trying to do, you know, different styles of games going against different styles. So we'll do narrative game. Well, probably mostly competitive gaming, but it'll be competitive format, ITC or ETC, and it'll be like 2 generals facing off against each other, and we'll have a commentator or myself commenting while we have 2 generals facing off face to face. Yeah, other than that, Rob does have the honor guard. You can't see them, but they're behind this little T thing in the middle of the board. So he's holding that objective. He's also holding the middle objective. That's going to give him hold more. And then now that his Smash Captains are free, he'll be able to get the bonus objective on turn 6, which should solidify the victory. However, you know, Matt likes playing for every point. So we'll see how close the game is at the end, and we'll see what happens with this Brother Captain who's stuck in combat. Robro, thank you. I'm glad you like the format. You know, definitely a lot of fun stuff on the Twitch stream. If you head on over to Twitch, this is mostly designed for the Twitch, because there's a lot of stuff on Twitch. The army lists are over there on Twitch or on the Patreon page. If you want to head on over and check out the lists that they're playing, as well as pictures of lists as well. Brother Captain lived. Cool. So Brother Captain survived. You know, he's definitely ready to rock and roll. And then we've got the Land Raider slap fight. And then I did? Okay. Thumbs up to ETC format game, says Item Finder Deluxe. Please, it'd be interesting to see you all adjust on fly. Yes, absolutely. I love that format. ETC is like my favorite format.
You gonna try to...
We're going to try and gate.
Yep. It works this
Hey!
time.
Woo!
Robert Saunders says, hang in there, Matt.
I figured you were gonna go all the way in this corner somewhere and start shooting things.
Now, this is big. The Land Raider. This should have happened last turn, and that would have really kept the game a lot closer and harder for Rob. But you know, Matt's still in this game that Land Raider being able to gate out is big, because it'll give Matt the ability to get some kills and basically potentially get the bonus point later in the game as well.
He can't go for his own objective anymore either because
The 2 Smash Captains are right there ready to smash him, so super important. Nova format might be friendlier to the Grey Knights as well.
into those 2
Interesting,
gentlemen
okay.
there.
We'll definitely check it out as well, but Matt,
Yep.
he plays most of the ITC.
And 3 wounds.
Evil Chicken Bits, no problem. Thanks a
No
lot for
saves.
tuning in, buddy. Appreciate it. We will be doing more night fights for sure. And now back to the players.
I got heavy
You
bolter
have
as
heavy
well.
bolter, yep. 2 hits.
2 minus 1.
That's a 3. Okay.
Storm bolter. 1.
It's okay.
And we'll fire off the hunter killer.
He still has it.
Wounds.
Command point reroll.
Sure.
He's fine.
Was that 1 CP left for Rob?
Yeah.
Okay.
Land Raider will charge.
1 bolt pistol. So
Go Land Raider. Okay, no. The Land Raider didn't make it.
Yep.
He tried.
We got 4 hits.
Do, 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 do. But he tried to kill the honor guard, and the Land Raider did not kill the 2 honor guard that were on that objective. So
Power fist coming back.
so definitely as we move in to the end of the game here.
Nope.
Do 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 do.
2, 3,
And
4, 5, 6,
yeah.
8 remaining.
Oh my goodness. Becky, look at her butt. I'm kidding. That's from a song.
6.
But
No AP.
one command. This has been a crazy game. It's crazy how like tight by a thread it can go, you know, and you pull that thread and anything can just make the thread snap in either way or the other. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying the game. Thank you so much. That was your turn 5, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do counting up for turn 5.
How did they live?
I don't know. With all 4 last cannons? That's pretty
Roll 2
intense.
1s for damage, unfortunately.
For damage? Are they multiple wounds?
2 1s each. He rolled a
Nice.
1, and so the first one took 1, then ate the other shot, and then he rolled another 1.
That is not good. And then you use the CP reroll at a clutch time to keep him alive against the hunter killer.
Yeah.
So that was a very good roll as well. Good use of a reroll to prevent a kill. So what's the score looking like?
Rob has 20.
Okay, so we're looking at Rob for 20.
And I don't get any points that turn.
Okay, nothing whatsoever. 20 to 16.
I did not kill anything. I did not hold anything. I have no second. Cool.
With that, we move on to battle round 6, and that would be the end of the game after this round.
End of the game after this round. Battle round 6 coming right up. 6. It's all over, but the fat lady singing, I think just because of that one, like they've not. What else? What else could he get?
I can tie.
Did you give him his Kingslayer points?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You can tie the game.
I can tie the game.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. That makes sense. Okay, so you can tie the game. I like it. Oh, that's right. Line breaker. Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. 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 I like it.
I could.
And you got Warlord, didn't you?
Yeah, I already got
Oh, you already counted it.
He's gonna go.
Safe drive. A loser performs Baby Shark? No, prankster. We talked about this today. No, no Baby Shark. That is a big no-no right now.
It all depends on this right here.
It all depends on what?
Yes,
Oh,
right here.
if he survives. That makes sense. Matt's got like the points in his head. He's basically he's essentially just trying the best he can. That means rematch later. We'll see what happens. It's turn 5. Anything can happen right now. You know, that's the thing about Grey Knights, is that Grey Knights have the ability to like be surprisingly tough. You know, even if you don't have much left at the end of the game, like it's all about points, right? That's how you win a game in ITC, and being able to, you know, get points or deny points or things like that really makes a difference. So at the end of the match, we will be doing a sort of round table. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because we'll be basically doing like a little post-stream post-game, which will be what we do.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 within an inch.
Yeah, which will be really exciting and entertaining. And we'll just chat. We'll sit down, we'll chat, and we'll talk about different things that happen in the game and whatnot. So, but with that, we'll go back to Rob doing his final turn here on the game.
Bolt pistols. Can't really see anything. Neither can anybody else. Okay. I'll go to the fight phase.
Yep.
Gonna spend my last command point on Slayer of Tyrants to give that unit +1 to hit characters.
And that's only one command point.
All of the Vigilus /
Exterior Codex are all 1.
The
for Space Marines.
Yeah.
Project 10C4. Need help naming your new cabal or which coven, eh? You started Dark Eldar after watching my battle reports. Well, that was your first mistake. Mwah, 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 mwah. Well, if you're looking for a good name for a cabal, you go Cabal of the Disintegrating Disintegrators, or Coven of the Gladiatorial Disintegrators, or the Splinter Pistols of Doom, or the Bloody Blades of Despair, or the Spiky Cabal of Pointy Things, which happens. So it seems like the brother captain has indeed fallen, which was sort of like the saving grace for the Grey Knights to potentially pull out a draw at the end of the game here. But with that, it is now Grey Knight's turn 6, and this will be the last turn of the game. He's just going to move up to basically hold an objective and shoot and kill something.
2 hits, 2 wounds, look for 5s.
Do they have
He'll die.
dead?
He's got 1 wound left.
Okay,
Yep.
perfect. So that is a
That's
kill
the end of the turn.
and a hold and a line breaker. And hey, TJ, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for tuning in. So we have, so that's end game.
Yeah.
End game. Okay,
Well,
guys.
I don't think. he would do anything this turn, so.
No, absolutely.
He controls. He killed the dude.
So that is the end game,
I killed.
and the end game
Killed the same.
victory
I got full on
points.
my old school
So
breaker and
Yep.
killing on
the
last turn.
final score is
25 for Rob.
25 for Rob
20 for myself.
to 20
Good game. Good.
for Matt, and that is a Crimson Fists victory for Night Fight. First Crimson Fist victory. So we're gonna go to our stream loop, and we will be right back with the. We'll be right back when we do. Well, you're gonna be able to hear our voices as we set it all up. We'll be right back with the post-game stream as well. Thanks a lot, everybody who's sat and chat and watched. This is great. We have our first Night Fight champion, and we shall return with the end game stuff.
It happens. I mean, it's part of the
was like,
That's why I'm
You rolled 11 damage on that.
I'm you know I totally understand that there is the ebbs and flow of dice rolling, and that's why I'm not try to not focus on all of that negative stuff, right?
I'm also gonna get a few more of these mats too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's put down and on each side as well.
None of not one of the damage rolls for D3s was worrying.
Oh yeah, it was great.
It was
I was
just like
hot with the silencers.
two, three, and
Yeah.
and even the halberds when they went in for the first unit,
Yeah.
just like mowed them down.
Yeah, no, it was definitely some good stuff there, for sure. I gotta run inside. That was intense.
Yeah.
Like camping. I know. Do you need to get this done?
Well, if we get it done in 2 minutes,
Oh,
then,
sure.
then we're all good. Like, it won't take too long.
I knew the game wasn't going to be terribly long. We both play armies that do like just walk 3 steps. And
Yeah,
shoot,
exactly, right? They're pretty elite armies.
Yeah, that'll be the case. We'll just frame it okay here, and we'll transition over. Okay, we're all set. Yeah, I like it. You can actually come a little bit. Okay, transitioning over. Hello everybody, and that is game. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Yeah.
To we're opening the floor to questions. We've got we'll be here for a couple of minutes while we do these questions and stuff. So if you have any questions, put them down in the description in the chat. If you missed the live show, sorry you missed the live show, but this was the first live night fight.
Night fight.
Night fight. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had as much fun as we had kind of setting this all up since last week. This has been a weekend of planning.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Damien, for making the poster, old school
was
Mexican
so
wrestling
good.
style.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so can't wait to do the next one, which will be really fun. If anybody's watching who'd like to be on a night fight, let me know, and we'll try and get set up as well. So, the game itself. So let's go over kind of like when you... So I'll start with you, Matt. When you saw Rob's army, what kind of stood out to you as your main sort of like targets that you needed to focus on? And what was your general game plan going into the game?
I knew I had to get rid of the Hellblasters. I knew I had to get rid of the Inceptors. But on turn 1, I didn't have enough that was in range of the Hellblasters, and I wasn't willing to commit like too much to get to them, knowing that with that chapter ancient there, they would be able to shoot back, and I wasn't about that, so I focused fire down an intercessor. Intercessor.
Yeah, you
squad.
killed 10 intercessors in one turn, which was a great kill one.
Yeah. So, and that was kind of the plan. I knew I had to get rid of the Hellblasters, but they survived.
Yeah. The one guy left. He got healed back up again, took another wound, and then
and stayed alive. And then
But
you hit him at the end of the game.
getting rid of that chapter ancient was definitely the most solid move you could do.
And the Chaplain Dreadnought.
Well,
Yeah.
What
That
really
was
sucks
really
about
good. That was my warlord. Yeah.
what really sucks about that move is that it forced me to split my army.
It did, yes.
And Grey Knights do not function very well when their army is in 7 different places, right, or 4 different places in my case.
My army is pretty much exactly the same. I don't want to split it up, but I do have the Inceptors that come in and kind of disrupt everything.
And they're like a little bubble to death with the reroll hits, wounds, and do a lot of damage. They're like a secret source I found in your list.
People don't expect the Smash Lieutenant either for the reroll 1s to wounds. I used it once. I used that Lieutenant, the Smash Lieutenant with the Thunderhammer, actually at the Basement Team Tournament, the Basement Collective Team Tournament. And a lot of people didn't expect him because he comes in and hits flyers, and they hit hard. Like they
do some damage. Yeah. So, same question to you, Rob. Looking at Matt's army, what was your general like overview of how to deal with 46 Land Raider wounds?
I didn't really have one. It came down to just trying to pump out as many plasma wounds as I could. The Primaris plasma guns are very good with really high AP.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that AP4 was...
Yeah.
It got you by surprise.
With Storm of Fire, it makes them AP5, so even Land Raiders aren't getting saves at that point.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
Storm of Fire is the Warlord trait.
Yes.
Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, so question number 2. Secondary objectives. So let's start with you this time, Rob. How did you feel you performed in your secondary objectives? In retrospect, would have you picked anything different?
To be honest, I don't think I could have picked anything different.
Because you picked, your secondaries were Kingslayer, Marked for Death, Purifiers and the Land Raiders, and Gangbusters on the Paladins.
Yeah. Gangbusters was a given.
Yep.
It was the only thing that I was already looking at that when I was looking at secondaries yesterday. And then I was going to go for Big Game, but then Matt also reminded me that I was going to go for Big Game and for what's the other one? The pick 4 units of power level.
Mark
for Death. Yeah, the Mark for Death. I could pick an extra unit that wasn't a vehicle, so I chose that instead. And then for Slay the Warlord, Kingslayer, it was I didn't really. It was something else I could max my points out on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I had a feeling that the battle's gonna be pretty bloody and up close near the end. So I thought I could get in there.
Right, which you totally did, especially when you have Contra lying around.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, yourself, your secondaries, you picked Mark for Death, so you had the 3 10-man units, the 1 Inceptor unit, the Headhunter, and Old School. So you maxed out Old School.
Yep.
You did get
3
Headhunter
4
points.
Yep.
And you also got 3 out of the Mark for Death points.
I only got 2 because there was one squad that had 1 dude left.
Oh,
The single intercessor on the third ability.
So, in retrospect, what do you think?
I don't really think that my army is capable of doing too many other things. Like, I can't take recon, engineers, like King of the Hill. These
they're just not moot points. You can't even consider them.
Yeah. So I'm very limited on what I can take, and it's just a lot of I'm just going to kill your stuff. I probably could have chosen his Hellblaster squad as opposed to one of the intercessor squads. But in the end, I didn't kill them anyways. Yeah. There was still a dude left. So I'm not disappointed with my secondaries because I maxed out.
Yeah.
Old School, and I got 3 out of 4 Headhunters, and it could have been a lot more if I could have just killed that last damn Hellblaster.
Or gated that Land Raider.
Okay,
that was
super clutch.
It was so close, towards the end of the game, where there was a few things that could have, because first turn, couple of turns, the Grey Knights were doing really well, which is kind of standard because it's very hard to score against Grey Knights early on. Mid game, Rob got a couple of good turns where he was able to sort of close that gap quite effectively. And then in the turn that was that clutch turn where you were so close that anything could have happened, it seemed to just flip on a dime. Yeah. It just flipped on you. Okay, well, any final comments? Matt? Rob?
Matt's a fantastic opponent. If you do see him
Listen to this guy,
if you see him at an event and you play against him, definitely give this man a handshake.
Me put on the not safe for work. Now we can't market this to kids. Thank you very much.
just delete that.
It's a live show, man. It is a live show.
All right. If there are kids up at 12:21.
Hey, it's anywhere in the world, man. Anywhere in the world. It could be early in the morning.
Valid point.
But anyway, on a point to the game, though, I feel like I had, when my Inceptors came in turn 2, I feel like I had to dedicate them to the Paladins. Not just because they were gangbuster, because I felt you would have just stayed in there the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
With shooting and just started mowing everything down.
Until turn 4.
Yeah.
And then turn 4, I'd gate behind your lines and try to go for your objective.
Super dangerous. Well, that's it. That was the first night fight. We have a winner. Rob! I can't go be too loud because everybody's asleep at the house in the studio. But thanks a lot for tuning in. Everybody, make sure you tune in. Stay tuned for the next one. Other than that, thank you, Rob. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Yeah, this was fun. This was really good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you share it with your friends. If you'd like to give the channel a sub, please do. And we will see you on Sunday night for another live sit and chat. And then Monday for a Just Put Paint on It. Other than that, we are out, and that is the end of what we do today. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace out.
Peace out, Skari and crew. Out. Bye.